This is Eagle Owl, and today I will be talking about Josh Sweat. He's sick of these almost sacks, these pressures. He want to hit home. Defensive line has been a little lackluster, but we all know why. Also, we're going to talk about the missed opportunities, and lastly, the players are calling out this offensive staff. They calling them out, but let's get straight into it. All right, so let's get straight into it, man. Let's talk about the missed opportunities and what do I mean by that. You know, I rewatched the game and even watching it live, I'm like, we're driving the ball up and down the field, but we're not cashing it in. I can bet my entire paycheck if we was to run into the Cowboys again, Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown, and Devontae Smith is not going to all fumble in one game. This was just one of those games. It sucks that it was a back-to-back game like this, but missed opportunities. I felt like the 49ers were just clearly better. That's what it looked like. But this game, we beat ourselves. But let's go over some missed opportunities that happened this game. All right, so here we go. Jalen Hurts fumbles on Dallas 31. Penalty on AJ Brown, which, you know, that pick penalty and negated a 14-yard gain to Dallas Goedert. Goes from 1st and 10 at Dallas 7 to 1st and 20 at the 31. Missed opportunity there. Drop pass by AJ Brown at Dallas 2-yard line. We all know the famous drop pass that hit him right in the thigh. Devontae Smith missed the open touchdown. So another missed opportunity. AJ Brown fumbles at Dallas 37 and Devontae Smith fumbles at Dallas 33. So that's what, 35 points missed on the offensive side. So again, if I had to bet my entire paycheck, I doubt stuff like that will happen again. But what we have to do is we have to win out. We simply have to win out because we need the home field advantage. Yeah, home field advantage not looking too strong after that 49ers game, but we know how we are in the link. We win games at the link, especially in playoff atmosphere. If the Cowboys had to come to the link in January, freezing cold, we can get those dudes. Yeah, they at a high right now, but we could bring that high right down. We could bring it down. I want to see these guys in the playoffs because you heard what Tank Lawrence had to say, right? This him dissing the Eagles.
Hit a motherfucker in the face over and over and over and over again until they quit. And when they quit, hit them again and again and again and again.
Come on, man. You can't have that reputation of being soft. He's saying like, yo, y'all soft. So, because for that to leak out, that means he did not care. He wanted us to hear it. So we going to get them again. We're going to see them. We're going to see them. Same thing with the 49ers. More than likely, we're going to see them. Definitely going to see them. All right, so let's talk about Josh Sweat. Josh Sweat, he's sick of these almost tackling the quarterback or sacking the quarterback. He like, I get it. I get the most pressures, but I want to get home. And he's frustrated. You know how I know he's very frustrated? Because I didn't see the video of this Josh Sweat interview yet. They probably trying to edit it as much as they can. So it's good to hear or see a player visibly upset. I love Brandon Graham, positive dude, but he don't have that visibly upset. He like, we're 10-3, the sky's not falling. But the way we're playing and the players are starting to speak out, I mean, it's not free falling, but it's damn sure coming down just a little bit. I get it. 10-3, one hell of a record. That's one hell of a record, especially coming from a Super Bowl loss. But there's a disconnect, and a lot of content creators are calling it out. The media is calling it out. Probably even the national media is going to start calling it out. There's a disconnect between the players and coaches. It's not good. That's not good at all. But let's listen to what Derek Gunn had to say about the disconnection.
Back and forth with a couple of players in the locker room, and I'm like, what the heck is going on? First response I got back was, we are very predictable. I said, predictable? I said, explain. Look at our pass routes compared to the Cowboys' pass routes. Our pass routes take too long to develop. Dallas gets their bleep out real quick. And I think if you sit back and look at the game, look at how quick Dak Prescott gets the ball out of his hands compared to the way Jalen getting the ball out of his hands. I did not believe that Dallas's offensive line, a good offensive line, could manhandle the Eagles' interior. They ran the ball right after tackles. I was extremely shocked by that. But they have played uninterested, uninspired football the last 2 games. Now, granted, you can go back and say, this team played 3 grueling games in a span of 14 days. 3 grueling games. Nobody's going to take that as an excuse. But I just think what I'm being told is, number one, they've become predictable. Number two, this defense is nowhere near what we thought it was. It's been smoke and mirrors. And we've touched on it time and time again throughout the season. And I think it's finally reared its ugly head against teams that are their equal and better. And number 3, I think this has sent a message to everybody else on their schedule. You know what? We can beat this team.
As you see, Derek Gunn's like, yo, players are telling me like the routes are taking way too long to develop. In my reaction video, I'm telling you, on everything I love, I did not see that video by Derek Gunn. And if you go back to my reaction video, I'm like, yo, I'm watching it. The routes are taking too long to develop. They bring in a blitz on 3rd and long. Why everybody is damn near running verticals? You got to find your hot route. And that player, whoever told Derek Gunn that, is very smart. And say, like, look at Dallas. They finding a way to get the ball out their hands fast. I mean, say what you want about Quez Watkins or whatever. Have him run short routes. You don't have to always run him deep because he's fast. Let him come off the line of scrimmage on a shorter route. Julio Jones is a big body. Dallas got it there. Why is these dudes seem like they running verticals and we're looking for the big play every single time? I get it. You got Devontae Smith and AJ Brown, but you give AJ Brown the ball in open space, he can make people miss. He simply could. So I simply don't get it, man. You gotta find a way to get a ball to these dudes faster, because that's the formula. Not the 49ers way. The Cowboys found their own way. It's like these dudes, they want to go deep every single time. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to blitz because they don't have no hot routes. They're not getting the ball out of Jalen Hurts' hands fast. Jalen Hurts is taking 8-9 seconds to get the ball out of his hands. Why would the Cowboys let him sit 8-9 seconds to get the ball out of his hands? Bring the pressure. Bring it, because we're going to run the same long developing routes. Again, the offense looked very predictable. Stuff we had to fix. The stuff we had to fix. Because now, for real, I know I say this every single game. You lose to the Seahawks, I don't have any faith. And the reason why is because it's showing that we probably can't beat playoff teams. That's what it's showing. You have to beat the Seahawks. It's a make or break for them, and it's a make or break for us. You got to do what we got to do. Yes, we're going to Seattle, but we got to do what we got to do. We just lost 2 straight. You're being called frauds. You're being called soft. I don't know what else is going to motivate this team. I simply don't know. Love Slay. He had a good game, but he got to stop worrying about individual stats. People need to get fired up like Josh Sweat. Seriously, man. Josh Sweat visibly upset. I don't know about these other dudes. They too friendly, man. They too friendly. Go play some smash mouth football and go knock these dudes off Monday. Go knock the Seahawks off Monday. Show your dominance. Got a reputation of being weak. How would you handle that? You gotta do what you gotta do. But hey, man, what do you think and how do you feel, man, about the news today? Look, missed opportunities. He left a possible 28 to 35 points on the field. Got to clean that up because red zone starting to spear his ugly head again. Everything that offensive player told Derek Gunn is very true. things we got to clean up, man. Things we got to clean up before we go into Seattle. But this is Eagle Al, man. I'm up.